We've got quarterback news. Dillon Gabriel is the new starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. They named him a starter before sending him across the pond to go play in an NFL football game because NFL in Europe is fun. I'm Chris, that's Tyler. This is our Browns portion of I-71. If you have not yet checked it out, we did do a Guardians wrap-up after their loss to the Tigers, but we're here to talk about the Browns. DG, were you surprised to hear the news that he was going to be starting quarterback this week?
No, I think it was a perfect time to do it. I think, honestly, playing overseas in London might actually help him.
Oh, like take him away from the environment?
Yeah, take him away from the noise, and obviously playing in an away stadium is not easy, and then the distraction and the noise at home, it's just he gets to go overseas and just play.
Yeah.
In front of people that don't have a fucking clue what's going on.
No clue at all.
But I'm not surprised. I think it was the right time. It was like Joe Flacco just been really bad. He's just been really bad. No other way to look, no other way to slice it. It's just the way that it is. And so,
I guess we're going to talk about the game at some point. I guess I just want to ask about the timeline. Like, do you think that they just wanted to get past the Lions game? But Vikings, Steelers, Dolphins isn't easy, but it feels easier than Bengals, Ravens, Packers, Lions.
Maybe that was the
easier.
timeline. I think if Joe Flacco was playing better, then they wouldn't have done it, though.
Okay.
I think he's just been the worst quarterback in the NFL.
So why does he lead the league in passing attempts? We may never know, but
we may never know. But what should we expect? I don't know. The O-line's still bad. They're old, broken, injured. Wide receivers can't catch the ball when they get good balls. They can't get open.
Yeah.
So what should we expect? What's the difference of what Dillon Gabriel is going to give us than the current version of Joe Flacco, except for some mobility?
I think that we're going to get less throwing the football. I think with a rookie quarterback, you're going to see more action for Quinshon Judkins and maybe better balance. Because I think that, I think Kevin Stefanski treated Flacco like, I know you can handle the full playbook. Every time I see you take us to the playoffs. And I think this rookie thing, you have to almost proceed with more care and more caution.
Do you say that with 100% certainty?
I can't say it's the Browns. I can never say anything with 100% certainty. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin Stefanski calls plays like he has Tom Brady back there.
He does. He feels like Joe Flacco is his Tom Brady. It's kind of wild.
Well, he did it for Baker Mayfield. He did it for Deshaun Watson. Kevin Stefanski likes throwing the football.
But all of those guys had a lot of football under their belt.
Hey, Baker, you can't say he had a lot of football, but he had a season.
He was an NFL. Okay, so to that point, we knew each and every one of those guys were NFL starting quarterbacks, right?
Sure.
None of those were in the development stages.
You know what's tough is I think I don't know. I can't fight this fight with you anymore. You're right. I'm wrong. I don't know what else there is to say about it. He just wants to throw the football.
So for those who don't know, Tyler and I have been fighting on I said after week 1, the splits are egregious and they're going to come back to haunt. And Tyler had some good arguments about why the splits are like that. I'm talking about the run pass splits, but I think now we're in agreement after 4 weeks that it is far more of a problem.
I mean, Joe Flacco dropped back more than any quarterback in the NFL this year so far.
And that's not a recipe for success. Because what did we say the recipe for success was if this team was going to even win enough to make a playoff game?
He had the most passing attempts in the NFL with an offensive line who can't pass protect and receivers that can't catch.
Yeah. Disgusting.
What are we doing?
Not the right thing.
Even if you're averaging 2.5 yards a carry, you're not turning the ball over.
Mm-hmm.
You're not, it's just I don't know what else to say, guys. This offense, the offensive personnel is talent deficient. No other way to slice it. They just traded for Cam Robinson, who was a backup tackle on the worst offensive line in the NFL.
Yeah, a disgustingly bad offensive line.
They traded an offensive tackle for a half a bag of chips and a half drinking Gatorade.
A Subway sandwich.
Not even a Subway sandwich, dog. They didn't even get the half foot. They got the 6 inch. They got the 4 inch. Somebody already ate it. And they were
Oh,
willing to
that's
part ways with an offensive tackle.
yeah.
In a sport, in a league where offensive linemen are currency.
They are the gold. They are liquid gold.
And they parted ways with him. Chris, I saw a highlight today that not a low light of the Houston starting offensive line blocking each other on a play.
Yeah, they
The right guard, and the right tackle started blocking each other, thinking they were blocking a defensive player.
I saw they gave up a sack against a 3-man blitz.
And people are like, "Oh, CJ Stroud sucks.
Yeah.
He's gonna die."
Yeah.
I saw somebody put on Twitter, and they got eviscerated for it. They said 2 firsts for CJ Stroud.
He's worth 5 firsts.
And people are like, I'm not trading with Houston ever again.
I guess that's funny.
It's just like, guys, what am I expecting from Dillon Gabriel? To be a little bit better than Joe Flacco, but I'm not expecting him to light the world on fire.
Okay, what do you want to scratch what you think you're going to see? What could he show you to make you think, "Oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe he is an NFL quarterback."
Score 20 points.
Score 20? I'm saying, like, do you want, like,
20.
if it's 20 points and it's just Quinshon getting off, like, that doesn't feel like Dillon Gabriel's doing it.
He led the offense. Whether he's leading the offense by handing the ball to Quinshon Judkins
Yeah.
or throwing it, I don't care. Just score 20 points.
You know
Chris,
what
they haven't scored 20 points in 10 straight games.
Yeah, that's gross.
10 games, not 20 points.
I just want to see him I want to see how he looks on third downs. If he looks outmatched on third downs, I'll be a little bit bugged. Because what are we working on this whole time?
I want to see him not look like a small quarterback.
Like, no, you don't want to see a bunch of batted passes.
I don't want to see a bunch of batted passes. I don't want to see him falling down when the blitz is coming. I don't want to see him I don't want to see him. The last time we saw Dillon Gabriel take a snap where the score of the game mattered, he looked like a small quarterback in the Rose Bowl against Ohio State.
Yeah, he did. And
That's what he
honestly,
looked
like that's like the lasting image a lot of people from Ohio like have. I do think that like some of the quick game could be important, but I think honestly, like the big issue is that like, can this offense scare an NFL defense with anything down the field? Because like they can't really protect. So it's like it's gonna have to be like a rollout or something a little tricky to kind of like buy time to get something downfield. And if it's there, like, will Dillon Gabriel take it? I guess I want to see him have the confidence in his arm to take the risk on a big play. That's what I would like to see, because that's what this offense has kind of been missing.
100%. There's nothing to scare any defense past 10 yards. We're running 12 personnel exclusively, pretty much. We have, Jerry Jeudy, who is about 2.5 games away from just not being interested at all.
Yeah, he didn't seem very interested last game to me. In fact,
Cedric Tillman, who can't run by anybody, can't get open, nothing. And Isaiah Bond, who has the drops.
Yeah,
Still.
he is getting a lot more routes though. Isaiah Bond is, and honestly, I think like because Isaiah Bond probably got a lot of reps with the twos, like we're gonna see him and Dillon Gabriel probably have the best chemistry.
I hope so. I mean, it's yes, I would like to see Dillon Gabriel try to move the ball down the field, but I just want to see him look like a competent quarterback.
Yeah,
like look like you can give me something where it makes you feel like, okay, he's operating the offense, he's controlling the pre-snap, he's doing it, getting us into the right plays or right checks with the offensive line. He's playing the game.
Yeah, show me you can do it.
And not looking like it's too big for him. Because, that's what rookie quarterbacks tend to do.
Yeah.
And it's not like and I'm not going to be upset if he looks like a rookie sometimes, but give us something where it's like, ooh, there it is.
You give me something to walk away and be like, wow, that felt good. Like it felt good. Here we go. Like Jackson Dart last week only threw for 111 yards.
It's fine.
But he gave them something that it felt good about. Like it felt good.
Move the ball.
Yeah.
Make the offense move forward. Look, get a couple first downs, limit the 3 and outs, hit the easy pass, and move the football. That's it. I don't need to see 300 yards and 3 touchdowns because that's just not going to happen. I don't even care if it's 15 for 20 for a buck 25. Like, make the 125 mean something and,
Yeah.
like, just execute the offense. It doesn't like it just I'm not expecting a lot. I think it's gonna be a lot of check down still. I think it's gonna be a lot of throwing to the flat to the tight ends on option routes. I just don't see how they're gonna throw the ball down the field.
So with naming Dillon Gabriel the starting quarterback, they named Joe Flacco the backup quarterback, and that obviously paved the way for people to ask about their favorite quarterback that hasn't played all year, their favorite third string quarterback ever, Shador Sanders. I want to before I get to Shador and his bizarre, and I thought it was hilarious presser. I do want to ask you. It's acceptable, right? Like when you lose your starting job, you're then the backup, right? Like that's okay. Are you okay
Yeah.
with that, or would you
I
rather them
don't
had Shador
I
be
don't
the
I think to answer your question, no, it doesn't bother me.
okay?
Um, have we ever seen a third string quarterback get talked about like this? Like, get talked about so much?
No.
I think this is a big reason why he fell in the draft.
What was the Cam Newton quote from the anonymous GM? And it happened with Tim Tebow too. The worst thing to have is a famous backup quarterback.
Yes. Because I think as fun as he was and good as he was in that first preseason game he played, the next preseason game he played, there are some catastrophically bad things that he's got to fix.
Yeah.
You can't drift in the pocket in the NFL. It just doesn't work, man.
You get hit with a thunder stick.
They're just everybody on the defense is faster, bigger, and better than they were in college,
Yeah.
especially when you're playing Big 12 defenses and Pac 12 defenses. Like, you can't run away from them.
Mm-mm.
They're going to kill you. You're going to turn the ball over. You're not going to be able to play because you're going to be in the hospital. And so clearly there's something that needs to be fixed. You know, Rex Ryan coming out and saying he's not working hard enough, which means somebody said that from within the organization.
You could say Rex Ryan, for all the things, he doesn't tend to lie. He just
No,
tends to not contain the sources very well.
correct. I find this to be very distracting. I find this to be very annoying. I think what he did, while it was kind of funny, was really dumb.
The muting himself.
Yeah, like
I've never seen that done in person. I thought it was hilarious, but I also I two part. I'm an entertainer. I like things that are entertaining. That's really entertaining. The other side of it is like now that like you and I are like starting to like go on this business adventure. That's like who you're going to hand. Who you're hoping someone hands $1 billion franchise to as a quarterback.
yeah,
Like you're the face of it. So it's like one of those things. It's like while it's funny, I want my quarterback to be either the leader or quiet and out of the way. If you're going to be in front of a camera, be a leader. If not, be out of the way. Is that fair to say?
yeah. It's just like what has he gained from that? Nothing. There's nothing to gain from doing that.
Mm-mm.
You're not proving a point. It's not going to go over how you want it because the media always controls the narrative. And when you do stuff like that, you give them the keys to the narrative. They can do
And,
whatever they want with that now.
and are you okay with that? I guess is the other part of it.
Yeah, and it's just like, dude, what did you gain? What message were you sending with that? Nothing.
It felt very receiver.
Well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Like, doesn't it? Like, if someone like put on a Jeopardy board, what player muted themselves on an interview? Chad Johnson, Drew Brees, or Tom Brady?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And it's just
Chad Johnson, Geno Smith, or Cam Newton, who muted themselves.
yeah, exactly. And there's this it's just a waste like of brain power. Like
Yeah,
that was premeditated. You don't just think about doing that on a whim.
mm-mm. It was funny though.
I mean, yeah, of course it was funny. Like, but again, it's distracting. He is distracting, and a lot of it's not his fault. It's not his fault. He didn't ask to be talked about like this. And then when you do something like this, you're inviting it.
Yeah,
So it's like part of it, it's like it's not his fault. Part of it is,
Well,
but
it's
it's
like
all
it's like an artistic decision, right? Because like his stance is no matter what I say, they're gonna weaponize this. And so I'm gonna talk and put myself on mute and it's still gonna get weaponized. It's actually brilliant art. It's very like
sure.
like it's like a brilliant like political move, but again, like it's just again more distraction, I guess, is where I'm at.
And you know who should be thanking him for doing that? Actually,
Dillon
it's
Gabriel.
Kevin Stefanski.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's distracting us from talking about the fact that he's 4-17 in his last 21 games. The fact that we haven't scored 20 points in 10 games. The fact that they're bottom 5 in turnovers for the third year in a row.
Yeah.
But again, we're here talking about Shador Sanders, the third string quarterback, because he went mime mode.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was asked about why he isn't like he has no control over it. And if he's not working hard, shame on him. Like, just get better, dog. Like if you show signs of improvement, you're gonna get to play this year. You will.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, I think like this is the natural progression. Like, this gets us a step closer, right? Like this get like inevitably,
The
like
first
one,
domino fell earlier
yeah,
than we thought it was gonna fall. And here we are. And now he's still the third string, and there's like people in your own building are saying you're not working hard enough and sharing it to one of the biggest mouths in the history of the NFL.
knowing that it's gonna go on prime time,
Correct.
knowing.
Yeah. Rex
So
Ryan has never not said whatever's on his mind.
literally, like Rex Ryan is who you go to when you want something to leak out, but you don't want your name attached to it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, man. It's just this organization continues to just not cease to amaze me every single day.
But I think the org that like this one isn't even an organizational thing. Like this is just like the players thing.
Do you think this is why he didn't get drafted? Why it took so long for him to get drafted?
I think that the famous risk factor, he wasn't good enough to outweigh that. Because I legit think that like Jackson Dart was pretty comfortably quarterback too.
Yeah, I mean, especially looking now.
Yeah. And I
And
think he was
two,
pretty
it's like
comfortably quarterback too.
I still think Shador is more talented than Dillon Gabriel and Joe Flacco.
And I don't think he'll get much pushback on that.
I think he's a more talented quarterback. His ceiling is way higher than Dillon Gabriel's. The
Yeah.
problem is his floor is beneath the ground
Mm-hmm.
because of how his person, just like the fact that who he is distracting. The fact that who his father is
He's distracting.
distracting, and
So
it's a shame because it's not his fault.
and like we're not sure. Like so, Zach always talks about like he plays like someone who's been coached by his dad and not actually really coached to play the position like that. Like he doesn't look like he's been coached by like a long term quarterback guy.
And the problem is in the NFL, they are not there to develop the third string quarterback. They don't care.
Mm-mm.
They don't have time because by the time they develop them, they're probably getting fired anyways.
Bingo.
It's
Bingo.
like, bro, we ain't got time to worry about you.
No, if I develop you, you're about to go next, make the next boy happy.
Yeah, it's like I just don't care. I don't know. There's always something distracting the Browns,
Yeah,
and this is just the next thing. It was last couple of years. It's been the Baker Bros and the Baker Mayfield saga, and then it becomes, well, now we have Deshaun Watson. It's just like never ending. And again, like how much more useful would a 5th-round draft pick on an offense line been than Shador?
I mean he'd probably play considering we just traded for the worst lineman in the whole sport,
Yeah.
right?
This is just another example of Andrew. It's just another example of Andrew Berry. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I we're wasting such a good defense. A Super Bowl caliber defense.
Do you think there'll be a jolt of energy though with Dillon Gabriel this week? Because there was like a jolt of energy with the Giants in terms of like getting like really getting better.
Maybe. Maybe. I think it helps. I think, I guess we can transition to the game itself against Minnesota. Like, I think this is a winnable game.
Hmm.
I think we have a lot of answers for Minnesota. I think Denzel Ward will give Justin Jefferson all that he can handle.
That's for the football purists. Because
Yeah, I think
both these teams, I don't know if they're going to be very good by the end of the year, but this matchup here is for the football purists.
this is a game where like Myles Garrett was nowhere to be found. Like, I think when you see the way Myles played last week, it just makes it feel like Myles goes into games like, yeah, we have no shot. I'm not playing hard.
Especially because he plays the most like physically taxing position.
He's the most physically gifted player at that position.
Yeah. So he's like getting beat up, getting chipped, getting double teamed. It's hard to
And it's
like
just
take
like,
bumps and bruises knowing that your defense or your offense is going to score under 20 points a game.
and it's just
Like, I
like,
basically
you're
have to be
just like,
Superman every week to even give us a chance. And honestly, if we want to win, I'm going to have to go score my damn self.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so I think this is a game where you can see Myles Garrett really kind of show up and show out.
Yeah.
And you just hope, maybe this gives this team a spark. But like, are they going to be able to keep Dillon Gabriel upright? Are they going to have him give him some time to like, if there's a play to be made down the field, is he going to be able to rip it, or is he going to be petrified he's going to die?
Do you think he's going to do stuff with his legs? You think the legs are going to come into play?
Absolutely, dude.
Okay. Well,
Absolutely.
I think that's how you keep the chains moving with the legs.
I wonder what his rushing props are.
Let's find out.
I'll look it up
Let's
right
look in the
now.
book.
NFL Browns rushing props. Dillon Gabriel over under 14.5. Over. Hammer the over.
And sack yards don't count in the NFL.
Correct. Hammer the over.
The over's looking scrumptious.
I think the Browns are going to go over 100 rushing.
Over 100 yards rushing for the team? I believe so. I would guess.
Well, Quinshon Judkins over under 75.5.
I think he's a top 10 running back in the sport.
Wow. I need to think about that before I say yes or no.
No, it's fine. And honestly, that's more for after I win the fantasy football championship. I just want to have something like that on ice, on wax.
My team is
Did our trade go through?
It did.
Okay.
Our trade did go through.
I haven't checked the lineups today, but I'm supposed to set my lineup for today. Thursday. Is there football going on right now?
There's football going on. The Rams and the 49ers are playing right now. So
I don't have anybody on either. So
well, you're good. Yeah. Yeah, the two guys I traded you for, just Jameson Williams and T. Higgins, not even in my starting lineup.
Brutal.
So, it's I'm excited to watch the Browns at 9:30 in the morning. I've never done that before. Pretty pumped about that. Get it out of the way early.
That's going to be cool. I honestly don't love the early games. I always mess up my fantasy football stuff, but I like that I always forget they're on, I should say. But I won't forget because it's the Browns.
Yeah. I think they'll be in the game. What's the spread? 1 second. Should have looked this up beforehand. What do we got here? We have 3.5 point spread. I think the Browns might actually pull this one off.
You like them? You like them in this game?
I like the defense. I think Carson Wentz. Sorry, Carson Wentz.
No Sam Darnold.
Carson Wentz is definitely liable for a turnover or two, which is
what a funny career arc he's had.
If the Browns are going to score 20 points with Dillon Gabriel as a quarterback, the defense is going to have to basically set them up for at least 10 of them.
Yeah. I'm bummed there's no J.J. McCarthy.
Well, if J.J. McCarthy's playing, I would bet a lot of money on the Browns to win.
You know what J.J. McCarthy's QBR this year is?
12.
21. Just flip the numbers.
Yeah, give me the Browns. The Browns are going to win 20-17. They're going to score 20 points exactly. The defense is going to give them 7. Am I crazy?
No, I believe in it.
And then they're going to win. They're going to be 2-3. Is it 2-3 or 2-4?
I think they're going to win.
2-3.
I think rookie quarterbacks provide like a spark because like for this game, like it's not going to be same old, right? For Myles Garrett.
Yeah. They're going to be 2-3, and people are going to be like, "Oh my God, can he do this?" And then next week, it's going to be like, "Oh boy, back to earth."
Heard. That's fair. I guess anything else Browns wise you want to hit before we get out of here?
No, I started to see some mock drafts are already coming out. I guess Jacksonville is like not a bad team, unfortunately.
No, they're gonna be bad. Don't worry.
So we'll see. People keeping track of quarterbacks in college, but for the most part, I think we're just in for. I think we're going to be in for a big learning experience in 2025 for the Browns, and it just is what it is. And we just have to embrace it and continue to move forward and talk about it and evaluate and see where they go. But I think they're going to find out what they need to do in 2020 for the 2026 draft.
Bingo. I got nothing left to add. I'm just stressed over here. I'm Chris. That's Tyler.
Peace.